Hey, Banner, quick question. How come we have so many lemons in the fridge?
I thought it was obvious. I love beer.
Okay, well, beer is an inanimate object, so I don't think it's going to reciprocate.
That's why I didn't find any lemons in my bed. It's weird.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Bro 4 Squad podcast. This is our review of Season 5, Episode 18 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. entitled All Roads Lead. I am your host, Jeff Hornacek. With me, as always, is the mad scientist Brian Banner, here to grade this as we do all of our TV episodes on our Bro 4 Squad criteria: the acting, the story, our favorite scene, and any theories going forward. Banner, off the top, we had a little bit of attempted romance in this episode, as it can only be done with a little bit of lemons. What was your thought of the acting and cast in this episode?
So you remember how last week I just absolutely loved Dove Cameron and I just thought she was the best?
I think it was the
Nope,
opposite.
that's exactly what I said. She killed it this episode. And not just because her character died, like actually she is dead, but she did a really good job of showing us that she could hang with these people. I think she just had an off day last week, but I thought she did a really good job of showing, hey, I want this Gravitonium and I want to be the destroyer of worlds. And then the whole people are fighting in my head and having the voices in my head. She's just crazy enough that it worked. So I thought she did a really, really good job, which was a pleasant surprise.
She was basically like Adam Dunn last week. She struck out 4 times, and then she shows up to the next game and says, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to swing for the fences. And she connected
Yes,
in this one.
exactly.
A good payoff to her character. Way to wrap things up there. So I'm with you. I was really, really pleased with her performance. And then Clark Gregg. I mean, we never talk about him because he's the star of the show, but he was awesome in this
He
episode. The
is the show.
standoff. Yeah, exactly. The standoff with Talbot was an incredible scene, and just got to give him a tip of the cap because he kind of goes, I don't want to say forgotten a lot on this show, but he kind of gets forgotten a lot on
Yeah,
this show.
and shout out to Talbot too, whatever that guy's name. He did a great job too of holding his own with that scene with Coulson.
Yeah, it's not easy to play a crazy person. Just ask my ex-wife, Rachel. On to the story in this episode. So we really only had 2 plot threads. We had Talbot at the base, just kind of fucking going insane now that he's a sleeper cell. And we had Fitz, Gemma, and Yo-Yo. Well, I guess just Fitz and Gemma basically being held at Frisbee Point by Ruby to build the infuser. So what did you think of the 2 storylines we had?
I mean, coming from somebody that has been held at Frisbee Point, they did a really good job of showing that, look, I'm really scared and we have to do this because I'm not willing to live without you. Again, the whole thing with Talbot, I liked it. Him being a sleeper cell. I kind of wish that Mac would have just shot him in the head again and just got rid of him, but obviously, because it's ABC, we have to ice him. It is what it is. I'm going to kind of go off of Yo-Yo's character. Her whole storyline, I'm so fucking over it. I
Yeah,
can't stand it anymore.
she's a complainer.
Yeah.
She's like Andrew Bynum in the locker room. Like, just shut up,
Look,
please.
honestly, I'll take Andrew Bynum at this point.
In the show, because that would
Yes.
make no sense
No, I'll
at
take
all.
him in the show. It's fine.
I mean, he's not doing anything else, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh,
Except for trying to braid his hair.
for me, I loved the Talbot thing at the base. I thought Adrian Pasdar, who plays Talbot, I kind of gave him a little bit of shit last episode. Again, just like Dove Cameron, totally redeemed himself in this one. And it's not easy to play a crazy sleeper cell person whose mind has basically been partitioned off. So I thought he did a really good job there. And the sort of culmination of Ruby's story, I really liked how they wrapped all that up with Hale honestly caring about her daughter, but also at the end of the day, she is a piece of shit and working for Hydra. So now that Ruby's out of the picture, she can just pursue that to the end that she wants. What was your favorite scene in this episode?
My favorite scene is I'm gonna go with when Ruby first got out of the chamber and has the gravitonium in her, and she's levitating, and then she sticks Fitz and Simmons up against the wall with the gravitonium, and you have Hale and Daisy trying to basically talk her off the ledge. I thought it was very, very well done. A lot of dialogue, but yet at the same time, everybody had a lot of emotion, and you could feel the stakes in the scene. and what was happening. And obviously, ultimately, her demise, Yo-Yo just brutally slitting the shit out of her throat. Was
Yo-Yo's
cool.
out of
And then you have
control.
Strucker just getting his head crushed in. Kudos to ABC. I mean, I know they're on Friday nights now, so they can go a little darker, but dude, that was pretty graphic.
You just said kudos to ABC for letting me see a guy's head get crushed in. ABC's like, thank you. It's about time someone gave us credit for this. My favorite scene is actually the one that just led up to that one, basically when Daisy and May were planning to infiltrate the base, because it was one of my favorite exchanges of the episode where Daisy's like, all right, everyone, get your guns, and was about to hand May a gun, and May's like, I don't want a fucking gun. I'm just going to do all this damage with my bare hands. And when she said that, I was like, that's somehow way scarier than just accepting weapons.
Way scarier.
Right? The person who's like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll just do everything by like with a leather jacket on and roundhouse kicks. It was much more frightening.
Is Patrick Swayze in the show now?
That's the only way that this season could get any better, really. All right, any theories you have going forward? We saw a couple characters' story arcs come to an end here, and I think now we know exactly what Hale's motivation is. It's basically just revenge, although we don't exactly know who she's working for. So any predictions based on... Oh, excuse you.
Yeah.
Based on how this one ended.
Yeah, I think that... So when Ruby died, we saw the little spirit ghost thing kind of go everywhere. I think that everybody that was in the room with her when she died now has a little bit of that 8% of Gravitonium in them. And I think that that is how Daisy now has Gravitonium in her, so that she is the destroyer of worlds, quote unquote.
Interesting.
She didn't have to go through the chamber to get infused. I think that that infused her to a certain degree. But that also means that Fitz, Simmons, Hale, they all have a little bit in them. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit in them, and that's going to start to affect them later on down the road.
Yeah, I'm wondering, and Trend Pimp, as always, chime in with your thoughts here. How did Hale transport up to the alien spaceship? Like, how did that happen? Did she Uber? Did she Lyft? Did she check the two fares? Was it magic? I don't really understand that. I'm with you on the Gravitonium. Something happened there. It's basically like, you know, you're passing around the Capri Suns at a party. If one person has a cold, everyone's going to get one. And then the other one thing is, what was that drawing that Robin made that someone made a point to say that isn't the Zephyr? So I'm confused about what that is, because as you often have with this show, they wouldn't say that if it wasn't pertinent to something down the line.
Could that be Thanos' ship?
I'm hoping. I've been hinting at that. I mean, desperately begging for that for about the past 4 or 5 weeks.
It's not.
So if they finally want to, don't bring it up and then tell me it's not going to happen.
I just love crushing your soul. It's a favorite pastime of mine. It's like baseball.
As Bane says, there can be no true despair without hope. That's basically what Robin is doing to us. All right, guys. This has been our review of Season 5, Episode 18 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. For the Mad Scientist, Brian Banner, I'm the Mayor, Jeff Hornacek. We have been the Bro Force Squad. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. Bro Force Squad, 3 words. If you could leave us a 5-star iTunes review, we would really appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter, @BroForceSquad, and check out everything that we're doing and our squad blog on our website, broforcesquad.com. Thanks, guys, and we'll catch you next week. Banner, do you think Ruby and Von Strucker will get back together?
I mean, Jeff, they're both dead. I get it.
I've seen couples come back from worse.